So we've established that your former colleagues cannot go into Seamus O'Hara's flat in Dublin and take stuff out of the apartment. But there's the argument that, we're dealing with the antiquated Stored Communications Act of 1986 with this theory that, it doesn't matter where the data are, it's under the control of Microsoft, which is subject to US law, hand over the data. Please give us the government argument.
Yeah, the government's perspective on this is simple. Can a U.S. court issue a search warrant to an American-based company for data that that company has possession, custody, or control over? And what I mean by that is if you're sitting in Facebook's offices in California and you hit a button, can you pull the data from that particular account, or Microsoft in this instance, so you're in Redmond, can you pull the emails from that account down in Redmond and respond to the search warrant? The question is undisputedly yes. The issue is, under the Stored Communications Act, does it matter where the data is physically located? Because that's what the judge's decision turned on, the panel decision in the Second Circuit. Now, I'm no longer part of the United States government, so I'm a little unbridled now. But let me say, there are a lot of federal judges out there, and not a whole lot of them with much of a technological understanding. And they were making decisions that are going to tie the hands of U.S. law enforcement going forward. When you have a drug dealer in New York, who they're investigating. Now, we don't know whose account this was, so I should be clear. It's a drug trafficking investigation in New York City, right? And Microsoft is saying, well, we have account details here, so we could give you subscriber information, we could give you other basic information that's held on U.S. servers, but the content of the emails, they're in Ireland, you can't have those. We're actually at a point now where, in response to this decision, ISPs are responding to U.S. search warrants on email accounts by producing only the letters within the content of an email that are held on servers in the United States. So you might get every fifth or sixth letter in a word, for instance, because that's the way cloud computing works. The data isn't usually balkanized in one particular location. It's pulled from servers all over the place. When we first started issuing search warrants to Apple on iCloud accounts, Apple responded by saying, we actually don't have something that can pull all of that data down in the way that you are asking for it. So we need to write code. There's a little backstory on the Apple saga. They actually have written code in the past to respond to search warrants, as have all other major ISPs, a fight that they are now having over other issues like encryption and, as we're recently seeing, the Yahoo scanning of emails in response to an NSA order.